Thank you, Satish, for your time. I want to ask you a few questions to learn about your experience with the business and NTSprint. Could you briefly introduce yourself, your role, and what led you to look for a development partner?
Sure. So my name is Satish Kodukula. I'm the co-founder of DazaBoost.AI. And me personally, I have over 20 plus years building technologies, selling enterprise software, mobile payments, fintech. So I come from a strong technical sales background. And for me, through that journey of my background, obviously I've worked with a lot of development teams, and I have I've utilized a lot of different teams, and just for me, understanding how to leverage technology and how they can solve business outcomes has been a critical thing that's made me very successful in my past.
Yeah, sounds good. Another question. What does software development mean for you? And what do you see are big gaps in the industry?
Absolutely. So software development, everyone always thinks it's just writing code. There's more to it than just writing code. It's really about writing applications and building tools that are solving business problems. And that connection is very hard to do. A lot of times, if you're a visionary that has your requirements, well, great, you have those requirements. Are they getting built in the right manner? So when I look at software development, it's a lot of components. Number one is the team able to build the build a platform, build a technology that helps the decision makers be able to solve their business cases and scale their company and sell that product. That's one component. The other one is, how is the team effectively doing this? What does that communication method look like? Is it, hey, here's a requirement, I'm just going to knock it out and come back in a week and you can look at it? Or is it in real time in a very iterative manner? And so that communication is very critical because it allows you, when you're building these tools and technology applications, to be able to do it in a very not only timely manner, but efficient manner. Because a lot of times, communication is probably the most fundamental thing that's important for any software development team. So being able to bridge that gap and do it in real time allows companies, especially if you're smaller, to be able to find those issues, address them sooner than later, and allow you to deploy and be able to scale and go a lot faster as a company.
I love it. And it resonates a lot with me. I mean, you have mentioned things like, yes, software is what we do, but the focus on the client, the focus on the business, and then the focus on the communication. I mean, that is the landscape that makes then building software successful, focusing on those things. Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely. And I think also when you're over communicating, it actually helps both parties understand what's going on. Because a lot of times if you're the client, you're focused on business, and a lot of times you're doing some pivots, you're changing things up. So if you change, let's say you change a requirement that, hey, I don't need a payment gateway here, I need something else, I just only need PayPal. Great. Well, how do you take that requirement and tell the development team and then iterate it in real time? And on the development side, understanding the business side more, it allows the developers to not just build solutions, but come back with their own methods of, hey, you know what, you're looking at it this way, but guess what, for phase two, we need to start thinking about the architecture in a way that is going to allow you to scale and deploy and be able to do things that you're not thinking about long term. So from a development standpoint, now the critical thinking is they're coming up with architectural and different types of solutions that are going to be helpful for the business owner and the prospect. And that's great, because a lot of times when you're running a business, you're not thinking about phase 2 and 3. You're just trying to get up and running phase 1. But having a development team that understands your business and can think long term is going to allow you to build a product or technology that is not just for phase 1, but for phase 2 and 3, and be able to scale and do things a lot easier as you add more features.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, foundations, fundamentals, productivity, looking forward. Yeah, makes total sense. Another question. What are important qualities for you that you have experience with NTSprint?
Yeah, I mean, with NTSprint, I think the biggest one is the communication. I have obviously the team, we're on Slack and we communicate there, but even understanding what they're working on each day. I get a very detailed email report of what was a task that the developers worked on, and then more importantly, what are you going to work on tomorrow? So now we get to see kind of forecasting. Oh, they're working on this one, this particular task. Well, maybe we want them to focus on something else, and I could prioritize accordingly. But that real-time communication is great. And it allows me to get insight as to what's getting done, being able to test on my own and provide feedback. And so to me, that has helped eliminate so much time and effort just to deploy, especially when you think about what we're doing from a sports AI. We're dealing with millions of data sources and how we're consuming that. Well, to be able to test a lot of these things and make changes, that over communication is probably the most fundamental thing that I love with NT Sprint because we can see things in real time, we can adapt, and then more importantly, we can make changes right there on the fly.
Exactly.
I think also, one of the other things I love is because of the communication, we're able to build and deploy features very quickly. NTSprint, the team being near shore, me living in Texas, only a 1 hour difference. So the same time zone, pretty much, we could come up with something in the morning, and then by evening time, we come up with something else. But we're able to do these things very fast, and that is very important, especially right now. Everyone's trying to build things on AI. Well, there's more to it than that. And speed to market is very critical, especially when you think about technology companies and the competition. So our strengths is not just the vision, but having a team that can execute that vision is very important and be able to pivot and adapt and speed to market. And it's been great. We've conquered already 5 different types of sports leagues, which is very hard to do. And we were able to do that because also the team understands how our system works. So there's no technical lack of knowledge. It's they're coming up with their ideas of, okay, you're thinking about FIFA next. Great. Let's take this template and get these data sources. So now they're coming up with their own thoughts and feedback and solutions, which is great for us. And that dynamic is a strength for us as a company.
Love it. Love it. One last question. How have NTSprint helped you achieve your goals?
So when we first started DazaBoost.AI, we were just testing NFL. And NFL is, the games are usually only once a week. But let's think about, okay, after the NFL, after the Super Bowl, we wanted to do NBA, MLB. So certain sports that are real time every day, daily. Very hard to do. And to do that requires a different capability on the technology side and different data sources. But NTSprint helped us achieve that. And what I mean by that is they helped us build out the NBA platform. We've successfully launched that. We're in season 2 of NBA, and now we're about to the NBA playoffs are happening, so we're excited there. MLB, which is very hard to do. That's 162 games a year plus playoffs and more. So you're talking about now daily type of predictions that we're providing. And they've helped us, NTSprint has helped us achieve that. And because of that exercise of doing the daily leagues, we're able to now do soccer. We're able to do hockey. We can do anything we want. And fundamentally, as a business, when people come to us, hey, are you going to do cricket, rugby, any sport? For us, it's a decision of not if we can, it's when we want to. And so NTSprint has helped us achieve that. And the team knows how the dynamic works with us, but more importantly, fundamentally, they built the system. I'm not dealing with there's no bugs and stuff that I'm having to spend time on. It's more of focus on the future of what's next and being able to go faster and stand up these leagues. And by doing the NBA and MLB, our platform went from once a week NFL to now we could do any league, any sport in real time daily, which is very hard to do.
It's so great to hear about the impact, the tech impact you are allowing us to have. And I definitely want to close this by giving you a big kudos and thank you. Thank you because also you are helping us to change lives. I mean, you are helping us to bring opportunities to Latin American engineers that otherwise might be working for local companies that pay low salaries, but instead, with the help of your business, they are working for very exciting projects, bringing them great opportunity for professional growth as well as breaking the cycle of poverty and prosper. So thank you. This is a mutual impact, and I'm really proud of what you have achieved and what you have allowed us to help you achieve. Thank you.
Appreciate it. And looking forward to more years with you guys.
Thank you.